Greetings. Greetings. This will be a demonstration on how to create a GUPPY chart, or a multiple moving average chart. So, this is my GUPPY chart right now. This is my layout that I like to see in a GUPPY chart. We are going to start with a brand new layout. So the first thing I will do is come down to the new layout button down here and click on that. New layout tab. There we go. And I'm going to start with just the TC Classic pre-built layout. And there it is. So this is what Gordon gives you right away. I don't really like all these notes, so I'm going to get rid of that. Hit tab group. And I'm going to give some more real estate to the chart. You can move that over. And although this is a very nice chart, it's got those stochastics and the volume down there, I'm going to start with just a blank chart. So I'm going to go up here and click that for a blank chart. It just shows price. And I'm going to do some things that I like for my charts. I'm going to move this over a little bit so that I don't have all that wasted screen space there. I like to show the volume on my charts, so I'm going to add a plot by going up to this plus key and clicking that, which opens this one menu, and that is one way to add a plot. I'm going to type volume. Here's the volume indicator. And I don't really want the volume to pick up all of that real estate, so I'm going to lower that down a little bit. I have to say I really like the way Gordon automatically dumps the 50-period moving average into volume. So, for the GUPPY chart, you need to add multiple moving averages. Let me zoom in a little bit here. I can figure out how to do that. I'm using the scroll key there. Okay. Now, so one way to add a moving average is to come up here to the Add Plot button and add a plot. Click on that. Brings up this menu. I type in moving. Shows a number of different moving averages. We want a simple moving average. And we want to make sure that it plots on price. And there it is. 50-period moving average. And we're going to want, for our GUPPY chart, we want up to 12, so we're going to add some more. Now, there are other ways to add it. You can click on the price and add a plot to it. It'll come up with a drop-down of the available plots for that price. And we want moving average, simple. So copy the new one. They both have the same period, so it only looks like one line. Another way is to type the forward slash key and then start typing moving. And that brings up the same menu that this button brings. And we have the moving average simple. And we want to add it to the price. And then lastly, another way to add indicators to your chart is this little button up here, the Edit Indicators button. And when you click that, it brings up a drop down, and it has a number of Add Indicator pluses all over it, and it'll add an indicator to whichever plus you're looking at. So it would add an indicator to this whole top window for the top, or I can add an indicator to the price if I clicked that one, or if I wanted to add an indicator to the moving average, I could click that one. So if I added an indicator to the moving average, now I have a moving average of the moving average, or whatever. I don't really want to do that, certainly not for a GUPPY chart. I want the moving averages price only. So I can add moving average to price, simple. I'll do this 12 times. think I'm only going to do it 8 times, but for a full guppy, we would do it 12 times. So we have moving average 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 more. We have an equal number of fast and slow moving averages. Now then, click OK to close this. One of the things I wanted to point out, what Dr. Wish likes, is a light background, and that's why he calls it a red, white, and blue, because the slow-moving averages, the fast-moving averages are red, the slower ones are blue, and if there's a white background and they are separated from each other, you end up with a red, white, and blue chart, which is his pattern that he is hoping that everybody will buy into. Now, we want to change the color of the background. The way to do that is just edit chart settings. Now I could right click on the chart and I probably have chart properties, colors and grid. I could do that. Or I could have clicked on this icon up here. So I'm going to do colors and grid and a light background. Boom. This is what I wanted to point out. Whenever you change the background color, it changes all the color of all the plots on your chart. And when you do that, you can't go back to the way they were except by changing them all manually. So it's not a good idea to set up your plots, your moving averages first, and set all the colors and everything that you want, and then change the background. Make sure you change the background first. You can do fun fancy things like add gradients, which makes it a 2-color plot. Or not, you don't have to do that. Okay. So I'm going to make it a white, so I'm going to go for full red, white, and blue. And now, one way to change the color and periods of all these plots is to select them each individually, edit, and then, so the first one will be 3, and that would be a fast one, so that will be red. Okay, and then I could do the next one, edit, red, the next one is 5. Okay. Now another way to do it is to select this Edit Indicators button that we saw already. And then they're all in one place. And we can just edit it red. The 3, 5, 8. And then this one would be the 10. 10. And then let's put some of the longer, slower moving averages on here. So the first slower one is the 30 period. The next one is the 35 period. And the next one is the 40 period. And then it goes 50. So we have that already. And if we were doing a full guppy, then we would add 4 more indicators, and the long ones would be 30, 35, 40. Oh, this should be 45, not 50. 55, 50, and 60, and these are 3, 5, 8, 10, 12, 15. Okay, so now we have a guppy chart. We want to make it strictly guppy, so I'm going to get rid of the prices. And what I'm going to do is just make them kind of not as opaque, so that we're looking at the moving averages rather than the prices. The prices are still there if you want to look at it. Okay, so now we have this chart that we really like, this partial guppy chart, and we want to save it and use it in a bunch of other layouts and everything. And we don't want to have to remake it every time we want to look at a guppy chart. So we are going to save the chart by going up to this icon. Looks like an old-fashioned floppy disk. Click Save Chart, and save chart as partial GUPPY demo. GUPPY demo. Okay. And now this chart, which is this window, this window right here. Boom, boom. I don't know if you can follow where my cursor is going, but this whole window right here, including this, that chart is now called partial GUPPY demo, and we can find that in our charts, list of charts. Partial GUPPY demo. There it is. Okay. And if we like this layout with this one chart with this particular watch list, we can save this layout by right-clicking on the Layout tab down here and Save Layout tab as, oops, we don't want to do it up there. I have to make sure it's down there. Partial GUPPY demo. And this is actually demo 2 because I already tried to do this one and failed. Save. Okay, so a full GUPPY would have all 12 moving averages. Here's a partial GUPPY. That's how you make a GUPPY chart, and that's how you save a chart for later use, and that's how you save a layout. Okay, the next, I'm going to do another video, and I will show you how to do a scan based off of these moving averages if you wanted to come up with a red, white, and blue scan. Remember that the red, white, and blue scan is based on the weekly charts. Okay, so that's the weekly red, white, and blue of the S&P 500. Actually, it's a partial GUPPY.